Hey, just finished up the, what was the episode title? The Fix Up episode of Seinfeld. This was a very enjoyable episode. I really liked it. It was a very good episode. It feels like a lot happens in this, and there's something about how either this was directed. I'm not sure if it was a different director in this episode, or just the way the show progressed and the way it was. I guess the tone of it, the tone of this episode, just felt very different from so far. Like most, if not all, of the episodes I've seen up to this point. It's a good change, though. It's a good difference. Because what happens is that Jerry and Elaine, they both have their friends. Well, Jerry has George, but Elaine has this friend who's equally desperate for, a relationship, and well, George is George, so he is as well, and they do this setup thing. And what happens is, kind of Jerry and Elaine are informants for the both of them, and they're kind of communicating about this, and it's just interesting because what Kramer gives George a condom, which he later tells him is defective, and so there's a pregnancy scare. But it's all resolved, and I can't really. It's hard for me to put my finger on it exactly, but just I don't know, because the episode, there are many funny moments throughout the episode. In fact, the whole situation of the episode is very funny. It feels like this is like a tradition. This is like the stereotypical sitcom episode, I guess. I guess that's like the feeling I'm getting from this. And I'm not sure what other sitcoms have even done a plot like this. It feels like one of those dime a dozen plots where this happened, like kind of the last episode, the giant bromance or something, where they get attached. Like the guy is kind of in a relationship with another guy, but it's just a friendship. The bromance, you know what I mean? It feels like that. It feels like the prototypical the prototypical sitcom episode. Like every sitcom would do an episode like this. But as far as I know, no other sitcom's done an episode like this, or even slightly related to this. That being said, like I said, there are funny moments. The plot progresses very well. It almost felt like this should have been an episode that last two episodes. This should have been like a double-parter in comparison to the last episode, because this single episode, it feels like so much more has occurred and happened than the last two episodes, which are all part of one big episode. And I think near the end, basically you could have ended it at the whole she might be pregnant, and then bam, that's the closure for the first episode, and then you bring up another one. I mean after that the episode's settled or resolved because she's not pregnant, and presumably they break up because George is a sloppy eater. But it felt very like it could have been two episodes. What else can I say? Funny part, Kramer had a good role in this, I think. Just where he's sort of doing his own thing. Not really. He's kind of the catalyst of the pregnancy thing because he gives them defective condoms. But he plays this funny part where Jerry and Elaine will get in fights, or Jerry and George will get in fights, and he's like, break it up. If anything, Kramer's kind of like the straight man of this episode, where he's just observing these just crazy events, and it's kind of funny because that's a very un-Kramer-like role. But I don't know. That was really it. This is a very good episode. Liked it a lot. Enjoy.